Welcome back, Nerd Squad. My name is Rory Destroya, and this is Top 10 Nerd. It's no surprise that supervillains kill. It's no surprise that supervillains lie and they steal, but some villains take this criminal activity to the next level, leading the pack in the violence and threat that they pose. While we do have our own real-life villains who can contest these bad guys, we all must be pretty thankful supervillains only exist in our books and our screens. So let's take a look at the top 10 most violent supervillains. In the number 10 spot, we have Lex Luthor. The archenemy of Superman would have to be pretty dangerous in order to last even a minute against someone as broken as Supes, but what makes him so incredibly dangerous is his intelligence. He may just well be the smartest man of DC, and this translates to devious and violent plots to rid the world of super beings. He stops at nothing in his way, whether it's becoming president casually or really enjoying murdering Kryptonians. Yet when it came to casting this malicious and megalomaniac villain, not sure how people felt about Mr. Social Network. Coming in at number 9 is Red Skull. Being Hitler's right-hand man comes with its fair share of partaking in extreme violence. His first murder was when he killed Esther, a woman who would not accept his advances, and what terror he had quickly turned into sheer joy that he had found an outlet to throw all his built-up rage into. Nowadays, his favorite party trick is to use his trademark Dust of Death, a poison that leaves his victims reddened and shriveled before death, because simply killing them isn't enough. Funny to think his character was inspired by an ice cream sundae with a cherry on top. Next, at number 8, we got Bane. Infamous for being the guy to break the Bat's back, Bane was thrown into prison early in his life to serve his father's sentence by proxy. He spent the time reading and working out, creating a dangerous combo of brains and brawn. At the tender age of 8, Bane officially became a murderer when he stabbed a man who was trying to get info on the prison from him. Could have just told him to go away, dude. And now he's not only known for breaking Batman, but other characters as well, such as Nightwing, Judo Master, and Killer Croc. The guy really gets crackin'. In the number 7 spot is Sabretooth. Sabretooth is a longtime enemy of Wolverine, and it's probably a good thing someone equally violent is taking on a man who embraces his savage qualities so thoroughly. Through his botched memories, he seems to remember the first time he killed, which was his brother over a slice of pie. Must have been apple or pecan, definitely was not pumpkin. He goes on to rape and then seemingly murder Wolverine's love interest Silver Fox on his birthday. So yeah, that p***ed Logan off a little bit. Coming in at number 6, we have Major Force. Major was first introduced as an ally to Captain Atom. He was pardoned from prison if he agreed to volunteer in an experiment involving atomic energy. What was he in prison for? Murder and rape. The government making great decisions once more. So of course Major Force fell from grace and landed in a pit of murder for hire and killing people's girlfriends and stuffing them in fridges. Nothing cool about that. I mean, except maybe the temperature. Sorry, I had to. Next up at number 5 is Bullseye. Bullseye's disregard for violence is what makes him one of Kingpin's best mercenaries. He started off as a very talented baseball pitcher due to his incredible aim. He had his chance at scholarships in Major League. Instead, he chose to throw a ball so hard in an opposing batter's head he killed him on impact. A retcon of his origin story states he rigged a toy with a gun to murder his father. He has shown time and time again he doesn't even need a real weapon to be deadly. Anything is game for some bloodletting. Peanuts, toothpicks, playing cards, as Daredevil's lover Elektra would soon find out. Up next at number 4 is Black Hand. It started early in this foe of Green Lanterns, as we can see a bit of a pattern emerging. When William Hand was a kid, he was preoccupied with the notion of death. He engages in taxidermy to satisfy his need to see dead bodies, but his hobby goes too far when he kills the family's dog. What ensues is a variety of therapy sessions that serve absolutely no purpose other than to teach him how to hide his necrophilia, kill his family, and continue his quest to surround himself with dead bodies. In the number 3 spot, we have Carnage. Cletus Cassidy was a rotten apple from the start, yet again. He killed his grandmother by pushing her down the stairs, tried to electrocute his mother, and killed the family dog once again. He later ended up in an orphanage that he burnt to the ground, citing that bloodshed was his ultimate freedom. Once he was jailed for multiple murders, he bonded with the symbiote offspring of Venom, turning into Carnage. He was so dangerous that Venom and Spider-Man put aside their differences and teamed up to fight him. Coming in at number 2 is the Joker. Yep, there's something about a guy who just wants to watch the world burn as his biggest motive. Not only does he completely disregard any life, even Harley Quinn's at most points, but he also totally doesn't care for his own. No scheme is too risky for him in his attempts to cause chaos wherever he goes. Some of his notable acts of violence include paralyzing Barbara Gordon, beating Robin to death with a crowbar, and blowing off the head of Lex Luthor's kid. And that is just the tip of the iceberg. And finally, in the number 1 spot, we've got the Punisher. It may seem weird to have an anti-hero top the list of violent villains, but anyone familiar with the Punisher knows his brand of violence is unmatched. After his family was killed before his eyes, he took it upon himself to ensure that every criminal he crosses paths with meets an even worse fate. He shot Wolverine in the balls before running him over with a steamroller. He's thrown a legless man into the jaws of a shark. He's wiped out a whole slew of mutants with a nuke. I'm pretty sure we can make a whole list dedicated to this man's endeavors. So those were the top 10 most violent supervillains. Let me know in the comment section down below which villain scares you the most. My name is Roy Destroya, thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe so you never miss another nerdy list.